leo tumetimba Nakuru, Kenya ili kuweza kukutana na kufanya maongezi na mtayarishaji aliyebobea handakini kule, anaitwa Level Next. Level Next amefanya kazi kibao na MC wa Kenya wakiwemo Very Mkali wao, Rumi Swahili, Shahidi the Excalibur, Kalimani the MC na wengine wengi. Hivyo leo tumeona ni vyema tuweze kukaa naye, tupige gumzo, tufahamu shughuli zake nzima za utayarishaji, na natumai tunaweza kujifunza kitu kutoka kwake. Kwa hivyo karibuni sana tunapoanza mahojiano yetu na producer Level Next kutoka Nakuru. Karibu sana Micshariki Africa, jukwaa la hip hop kaka Level Next. Kwanza kabisa tuanze kwa kufahamu unaitwaje, unatokea wapi na unawakilisha hip hop kutokea maeneo gani hapa Afrika Mashariki?
Charles Rigi. Where I'm from, NX, Nakuru. All day, born and raised, and I rap 1183.
Level Next, jina hili lilitoka wapi na linamaanisha nini?
I was actually given that moniker. It's weird, it's a weird story. The guy that gave me that genetic disorder, he's the guy that gave me the name. He once came to the studio and found me cooking beats, and he was like, yo, beats zako ziko level ingine, ziko level next, like, because I'm cool, I'll run with that. What it means, it's just how I perceive myself. Like, I'm always doing something to better myself, something that always takes me to that, to that next level.
Tueleze kidogo kuhusu historia yako ya kuwa producer. Safari ilianzaje? Lini? Wapi? Hadi ulipofikia mahali ulipo kwa sasa?
As a producer, journey ilianza way back in 2006. That is when I first got introduced to a digital audio working station and people on a journey to FL. So 2006 to 2007, I was learning. 7 years later, 2014, that's when I made my album, The Rift. When you tulitokea, but in between there nilifanya production album ya kwanza ya Trouble. I did some things. We recorded some songs, but all in all, journey imekuwa long. Imekuwa na ups and downs. It's been a learning curve for me. I've learned a lot. I'm still learning. Nimeacha kulearn. So, ilianza hivyo. Meet a few people who helped me shape my craft and all that. Make it happen, and now we're here.
Nimesikia sana kuhusu 1183. Hebu nieleze kidogo kuhusu kundi hili.
1183. There's a group that tulisema tuko kwanza solely on Nax MCs, like Nakuru MCs. 1183 was the main reason why I did the first album, The Rift, because it was more like a platform for us. Because malisi tumetoka, kuna jama fulani kwa group yetu ni Bishop toka Nduki. Bishop alikuwa anatupia very dark stories about the industry, very dark stories about about the whole game. How people will never give you platforms and never give you a stage just because you're from Nakuru and not Nairobi. So I was like, if they don't give us that platform, let's create our own. And we did that through the album, and it worked for us. So through the album, hapo ndo walijua the likes of Trouble E, the likes of Romy, the likes of Bishop Tokalugi, the likes of Genetic Disorder. So the group is there, still strong, and we're still pushing. We're still pushing. It's majorly, to give you that original sound, the pure sound of hip hop. That is what we try to do. We try to put a message across that you don't have to have all these gimmicks, and you can just do your art the way you like it, and people will love it out there, because there are people who love it out there, and we don't have to compromise anything. That's the beauty of our group. We don't have to compromise nothing. Like we're just ourselves. We do the music we loved, and we still love it how we love it, and we do it how we want to do it. And that's 1183.
Level Next unafanya production ya muziki wa aina gani?
Level Next is a hip hop producer. Yeah, I majorly focus on the boompab sound. Recently I've tried to do some R&B joints, but majorly I'm on boompab. The reason is that I focus mainly on my group. So in our group, majorly, again, they do boompab, so I do that. I try to capture that. So majorly that is my production, but that does not mean you can put me in a box. I'm still exploring other sounds, but the one that is close to my heart, it's boompab.
Nieleze kidogo kuhusu changamoto za kuwa mtayarishaji, hasa mtayarishaji aliejikita kule Nakuru, Kenya. Hujawahi kuwaza kuhamia Nairobi kama njia mojawapo ya kuzidi kuonekana?
Challenges of a producer, especially a boompab, sometimes people don't get how hard it is, for you to make these boompab tunes. So some people might take your work for granted. You're asking for a certain price, they're asking for the lowest price possible. It's crazy. Some people think, as a producer, another challenge for me was some people, come with, everything. They expect you to do everything. And for them, they just want to rap and you do the rest. But at some point, an artist lazima pia bring in something to the table, so that afanye pia kazi ya producer ikwe, si rahisi, but ikwe enhanced in some form of way. So that is some of the major challenges as a hip hop. For me, living in Nakuru, I love Nakuru, man. I was born in Nakuru, born and raised. I've never even thought of going to Nairobi, because one thing is, I don't know, I don't feel like Nairobi will really understand my sound. I think when I'm in Nakuru, I think sina pressure. I just work on my craft and work on my sound. And like Nairobi, because artists watakuja wengi kwambia you should change, blah blah blah. But in Nakuru, I work with 1183, and what's it to few when they don't bother me about my sound. If you love it, you love it. If you hate it, you hate it, and that's how I like it.
Level Next, wewe unamiliki studio yako binafsi au umeajiriwa? Je, hawa ma MC unaofanya nao kazi sana kundi la 1183 wapo kwenye mikataba na studio yako au wao unafanyaje?
I have my own setup. As a group, we have our own setup. So setups ni mbili. Mimi nime set up Kijani, nime set up kwangu. The group tume set up place ingine. So sessions ikiwa za group na they don't want to interfere with my space, watu tuna work kwa hiyo setup ingine. For me, 1183, it's more like a family. these are like my brothers and sisters. I don't look at them as my clients or anything. In fact, it's on a bro level. It's on a brotherly level. So that's how we work. And I think na hiyo format hatujawahi kuwa na any major issues which ina work for us. So if it works, I don't fix it.
Kaka, tueleze kidogo kuhusu jinsi unavyofanya kazi. Mteja akija kwako, mnaanzaje toka afike na wazo lake hadi ukamilishaji wa mradi wake, iwe ni wimbo mmoja au hata album?
I usually work in two ways. Nichukue vocals properly na maybe imixiwe na ikwe mastered under our roof. So we can do that. Anaweza come na beat yake, we do that. There's a different price for that. It's slightly affordable. If he or she comes to my space and tunde beat from scratch, of course you can do that. But mi upenda kwanza kuvibe na artists like nipate their way of thinking, what they like, what they hate, just vibing, because I really don't believe in kuingia session ama kuingia studio. Let's say nimetoka kuwork na very mkali wao right now, careful you're next. Sitaki kuingia na the same mentality yenye nilikuwa nayo nikiwork na very ni work na wewe. I have to switch, and it took me a long time for me to learn that and understand that. So lazima kwanza to vibe. Of course niko na stash, niko na like over 1,000 beats. I'm not bragging, by the way. Niko na over 1,000 beats. So if I know what he or she likes, najua section naenda kutoa beats kadhaa to vibe nazo. But as for then tunaweza make from scratch. So that also has a different price. Mixing and mastering, I usually took on an engineer under the roof by the name of Ed the Beatsmith, and would do sound design. So I pass it down to him. So it's a channel. I hate doing everything, because when I drain mtu na when amaliza creative power ya mtu, ma creative ability ama creativity.
Teknolojia imekusaidia vipi wewe kama mtayarishaji, au imekupa manufaa gani?
It just really helped me, man, like leveling the playing field. That's why I told you I don't need to go to Nairobi thanks to technology. I don't need to. Can just push my things via Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, because it up on the Nico mostly Twitter, Facebook and Instagram. YouTube, it is a dope thing. So for me, technology has really helped me a lot. Another thing ni kumit watu. I meet new cats like every day, if not every week, who wants to work with me now. So wengine wako mbali. Nimepata offer ya kuwork na wase fulani wa Tanzania. They felt like we're doing a pretty good job. Niliitwa collab fulani, I think ilikuwa very very collab na mtu. So I was supposed to make the beat, na hiyo beat ilikuwa ina feature like a dude from Denver, I believe. So that's crazy. So technology imefanya like the world ikakuwa global village. So people can reach me, I can reach people, with so much ease. Working also imekuwa possible. Tunaweza work over the internet. You record, send me the beat, send me the email, send me the vocals, nizimixie huko, whatever, arrange songs properly done. So kwangu iko na a lot of benefits, if I may say so.
Je, kazi ya uproducer inakulipa? Umepata mafanikio gani toka kwa fani hii?
Bado nilipa like cash wise. I believe that is what you mean. Cash wise bado. Inanilipa in other sense, like I'm seeing artists grow. Like a good example is Varial. Neza sema I'm proud. Nime witness your growth. Nilikuwa kwa hiyo journey. So kwangu ni malipo pia. Satisfaction. Because one thing I told myself earlier when I started this, money was not the major issue. Neza hustle, nipate tu zangu vile vile. I'm doing this for my own fulfillment. If it brings money on the side, says Katanda, appreciate, but if it doesn't, I'm good. I'm good. I have other ventures I'm working on, so it's all good. Inaweza kuwa poa pikingiana because itaongeza income stream yangu, so inaweza kuwa poa, but so far so good bado.
Wewe hutumia vifaa gani pamoja na software gani kwa shughuli zako za utayarishaji? Na je, unapiga vyombo gani vya muziki?
Right now, as a producer, I'm comfortable with the Reaper. I'm comfortable with Cubase. I'm comfortable with Serato Studio. I'm comfortable with MPC Studio. But my favorite is FL Studio. Been with the FL for, I think, since 2007. Been with the FL. Yeah, so I know FL. Like, I'm comfortable there. But that does not mean that, I should not, look out for what is popping. I also love Ableton. Ableton is dope. I love Reason. Reason is dope. So it all depends on my mood or what I'm working on. But majorly is FL Studio. Instruments, I'm one of those producers that I don't play instruments. Yeah, because my style or my sound is more sample based. So I don't play instrument. I know sounds though. I can tell you what a good sound is because I know I have that ear. I've trained my ear for that. But instrument wise, I don't play no instrument. Sorry.
Je, unahisi kuwa mashabiki wanawapatia maproducer na waunda midundo heshima wanayostahili?
My honest answer is no. No. But producers are the I don't know, wanna check your last, I don't wanna check your last, but it's all good. Sometimes me get compliments. That my work was dope, my work is crazy, or and I appreciate that. I appreciate it. Yeah, but most fans don't usually care, man. Provided that song is dope, all they care about is the artist. It's crazy, but hey.
Je, kando na kuunda midundo, wewe mwenyewe unachana?
Yeah, like I was equal 1183 kama rap. That's the first criteria. Yeah, so I'm working on my next album, and hopefully people will hear me rap on my own album, because my first album I didn't rap. Nilikam ka producer. So this time nakuja ka producer and an MC. So itakuwa dope, but just to tell you, 1183 hauwezi ingia kama hauwezi rap. It's impossible.
Gharama zako za kazi zipoje?
Basic or fair. Cause any service, si believe kuna standards, like set standard. Mi ndo najisetia zangu, cause mi ndo najua kazi yenye nafanya, so hatuwezi kosana na artist. So sijaipata complaints ati msee anasema bei yangu ni expensive or all that. Ama cheap sana. Bei zangu zinakuanga fair.
Kipi ambacho sijakuuliza ungependa kutuambia?
Oh, another thing I forgot to tell you. Where do I get my inspiration? I get my inspiration from daily life. Things that I go through. Things that I hear my friends, family, they go through. Those where I draw my inspiration. When it comes to people who inspired me to do this, the list is long. But if I can just mention a few, my favorite producer is The Reason. Dan, that's my favorite producer. Dr. Dre is in there. Pete Rock is in there. Just Blaze is in there. And Ninth Wonder is in there. I love Ninth Wonder. In fact, Ninth Wonder alifanya nika change sound yangu later, during in my career. So Ninth Wonder and last but definitely not the least, DJ Premier is in there. Locally at the Beatsmith, Josiah, Jason Brain, I'm Sionx. Yeah.
Level Next, mtu akihitaji huduma zako anakupata wapi? Tupe anwani zako za mitandao ya kijamii unayotumia.
Kunipata unaweza nipata Facebook Level Next Music, Facebook at Level Next, unaweza nipata Instagram at Level Next Beats, unaweza nipata Twitter at Level Next 1183. Kwa Facebook na namba yangu ya simu, ndio unaweza call, unaweza nisendia email levelnext1183@gmail.com.
Shukran sana kwa kubali kufanya mahojiano nasi na kila laheri kwenye mishe zako.
Shukran ni mimi nafanya kupea mazi. Naacha nikupea maua zako leo. Kefa una do job poa sana. May the Lord keep you, man. Continue the good work, man. Salute, man. All day.